Hello students, today we'll see traversing in an array. So what is traversing? Now traversing an array is the process of reaching at each data element through its index at least once to apply some processing on those data elements. So when we say traverse means visit to the every element. So if we have an array data structure and we want to visit to every element, then how do we visit? Definitely, in order to visit to a particular element, we need the index of that element. So that's why I have written we will reach to every element through its index. Okay, and every element must be visited at least once. And why we will visit? In order to perform some kind of operations on those data element. Now by operation, what we means? It may happen that we may want to print all the element in an array. So for printing purpose, we need to access each element and we need to print it. Okay, so that is why we say the traversing is required when we want to print all the data element or we want to count the number of element present in an array. Suppose we need a counting, that means how many elements are present in an array. In that case, what we will do, we will initialize a counter variable with 0. Then we'll start looking to the first element. If the first element is non-empty, that means it is not empty, rather it contains an item, we say the counter variable should be incremented by 1. Then we visit to the next element. If again it is non-empty, the counter variable should be incremented by 1 once again. By continuing doing so, when we reach to a particular position where we found an empty location, we'll stop our algorithm and the value of counter variable will give me the count of total number of element. Okay, so traversing, in order to perform traversing, every element must be accessed and every element must be processed exactly once. Now let us discuss about algorithm. The name of the algorithm that I have written here is traverse underscore array. And the information that we have passed is the name of the array A, then LB stands for lower bound, UB stands for upper bound. Now what are these lower bound and upper bound? Now lower bound means, here I have given the description, lower bound means index of the first element. That means the index of the element from where you want your traversing to begin, where from which position you want to start the traversing. Definitely we may want to traverse from index 1. So initially the value of lower bound should be 1. Now upper bound means it is the index of the last element at where you should stop your traversal. Because when you want to traverse from first element to last element. So value of upper bound indicates the index of the last element. So if there are 5 elements, then value of upper bound will be definitely 5. So we will traverse from 1 to 5. Now let us see the algorithm. The first step, begin means marks the beginning of the algorithm. Then I have initialized a variable I is equals to LB. That means the value of I now becomes 1, which sets the index of the first element. This is for representing the indexes of the each element that we want to traverse. Now I will use a loop statement while I less than equal to upper bound. You got this loop? Why we have written like this? Because we want the value of I to be continue and we want to continue our traversing until we reach to the last element, and definitely last element is upper bound. So this loop is written, and under this loop I have written apply process AI. That means when value of I is initialized for the first time, AI means A1. So A1 element will be processed. Then the value of I is incremented. Then I have written end while. End while means the loop will again, this control will come back to loop condition and the condition will be evaluated, and if it is true, again move inside. Then the second element will be processed, then value of I will be incremented, and again the loop will continue. Now this loop shall continue until I becomes upper bound, and when the I exceeds upper bound, the loop jumps and the end means the algorithm terminates here. Okay, let me explain. Now this is my array. Lower bound is 1. Let's say upper bound is 5. So my first statement says I equal to lower bound. Now I becomes 1. Then after this we evaluate this one while I less than equal to upper bound. Now value of I is 1, 1 less than equal to 5, true. Then apply process A of I. A of I means A of 1. So which element is processed? 10. So 10 is processed. Then I became I plus 1. So what is the value of I now? Value of I became 2. End while is given. So go back to the condition part. 2 less than equal to upper bound means upper bound is 5. So 2 less than equal to 5. Again it is true. Move inside. Apply process to A2. A2 means the next element is 14. 14 is being processed. Then I is incremented. Now it becomes 3. So I becomes 3. Loop continue. 3 less than equal to 5. Move inside. Apply process A3. A3 means 18. 18 is being processed. Then I incremented to 4. End while means go back to the condition part. Again 4 less than equal to upper bound. Yes, because upper bound is 5. Then move inside and again apply the process to the fourth element, which is 12. So 12 is processed. Then I becomes incremented. Again I become 5. Come back. 5 less than equal to 5. Yes, 5 less than equal to upper bound. Correct. So again move inside. Apply process to the fifth element, which is 17. Now I increment I with 1. That means I became 6. And when we reach end while and come back once again, value of I becomes 6. And 6 is not less than equal to upper bound because my upper bound is 5. Now this condition is false and we will come out of this loop. And finally the algorithm will terminate. I think you got an idea about traversing in an array. So in our next video we will do some programs using C language to show various operations like insertion, deletion and traversal operation in array. Okay, already we have seen the algorithm for insertion, deletion. All those operations will be now implemented using a C language program. In our next video we will do that. Thank you.